very good morning to one and all. I am Anita Hiranandani, Registrar of the University. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all to the 13th Convocation of the University. It's a memorable occasion for us to have amongst us esteemed Professor Ruth DeVries from Columbia University, New York, as a chief guest. We are greatly honored. On behalf of CEPT, I welcome you, Professor. A very warm welcome to Shri Naishat Parikh, member of the governing board of the university. Shri Naishat Parikh has always taken a keen interest in every aspect of the university and has been a source of encouragement and support in all our endeavors. A round of applause, please. I would also like to welcome our President, Dr. Bimal Patel, the Academic Director, Professor Srivatsan, Deans of various faculties, our faculty members, members of the staff of an administration, convocating graduates, and guests on this auspicious occasion. Let us declare the 13th Convocation open with the lighting of the lamp. May I request the dignitaries on the dais to come forward and light the lamp. CEPT Git. Every institution needs an anthem that reflects its ethos and ideals. It becomes a rallying anchor for its members. CEPT Git, created by well-known poet Dr. Rajesh Vyas, is beautiful and highly evocative. It has been set to music by Dr. Neena Thakur. May I call upon the choir group to recite the CEPT Git. Thank you very much. May I request Dr. Bimal Patel, the President of the University, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Anita-ben. Our chief guest, Professor Ruth de Vries, member of the governing body, Naishad Bhai Parikh, academic director, Professor Srivatsan, Dean of Faculty of Architecture, Professor Surya Kakani, Dean of Faculty of Management, Manvita Baradi, Dean of the Faculty of Technology, Professor Paresh Bhai Shah, start at this end here, Director of the Foundation Program, Professor Samir Shah, Dean of Faculty of Design, Anand Bele, and Dean of the Faculty of Planning, Professor V.K. Phatak. Sorry about that momentary lapse of remembering that name. Welcome, and friends, welcome everybody. We are gathered this morning for the 13th convocation of CEPT University. The university will confer degrees on students who have completed their program of study during the academic session 2017-18. It will also confer awards won during that period. On this special occasion, I'm very happy to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Ruth de Vries. Dr. de Vries is a professor of ecology and sustainable development at Columbia University in New York. She has a PhD in geography and environmental engineering from Johns Hopkins University and a BA from Washington University in St. Louis. She was elected as a member of the US National Academy of Sciences, one of the country's highest scientific honors, received a MacArthur Genius Award, and is the recipient of many other honors for her scientific research. In addition to over 100 scientific papers, she is committed to communicating the nuances and complexities of sustainable development to popular audiences. Most recently, through her book, The Big Ratchet. The title of the book is The Big Ratchet: How Humanity Thrives in the Face of Natural Crises. For many years now, she has been looking at how demands for food and other resources are changing the use of land and at questions of sustainable development. She combines extensive fieldwork and deep research and uses scientific tools, remote sensing data, and satellite images to probe this significant issue. Her book, The Big Ratchet, was inspired by several decades of observing the pervasive footprint of humanity on the planet through satellite pictures and research in the Amazon, Africa, and Asia. What I find most attractive about her book is her moderation. She is not a prophet of environmental doom, nor does she have a blind and wishful faith in the wizardry of science. She comes across as a very thoughtful scholar who is worried about the state of the world, but is also cautiously optimistic because of humanity's long track record of using ingenuity to solve the problems that it faces. She has a special interest in India, particularly in the area of natural conservation in central India. For many years, individually and through the voluntary organization called Network for Conservation of Central India, she has worked in the areas of conserving biodiversity, improving livelihoods, and fostering sustainable development in the landscapes of the central Indian highlands through the application of science. She also runs a foundation along with her husband called De Vries and Bajpai Foundation, which gives research grants for people working on projects related to environmental issues in central India. Professor De Vries is committed to linking science with policy and through rigorous research has made a significant contribution to our understanding of the ecosystem. She has also developed innovative education programs in sustainable development. Once again, welcome Professor De Vries. It is a great pleasure to have you with us. It is also my pleasure to welcome Sri Naishadbhai Parikh. While traditionally our chairman, Sri Sanjay Lalbhai, is the chair for this occasion, due to ill health, he is unable to be present today. Sri Naishadbhai Parikh, a member of our governing board, has graciously agreed to chair the occasion on his behalf. Naishadbhai was founder, managing director of Amtrek's Hitachi Appliances Limited for a period of 20 years. He is now chairman and managing director of Equinox Solutions, a solutions provider for commercial refrigeration and an EPC service provider for the hospitality industry. He has been an advisor with Arvind Limited. He is also a director with AIA Engineering and an independent director with Symphony Limited. Alongside his work in business, Naishadbhai has also served in various capacities in professional and business associations. He has been the chairman of CII Gujarat from 92 to 94 and vice chairman of CII Western Region. Naishadbhai is also committed to education and research. He is honorary secretary and member of Governing Council of Ahmedabad Education Society and a member of the Governing Council of Ahmedabad University, which is promoted by the Ahmedabad Education Society. At CEPT, he has been a member of the governing body and played an active role. He is also a member of the Governing Council of CEPT Research and Development Foundation, our research and advisory unit. Naishadbhai, we are thankful for the keen interest you take in CEPT, and we are privileged to have you present for this convocation. I am also very happy to welcome other members of the governing body, members of the Board of Management, faculty members here, alumni and students of CEPT University. And last but not the least, I especially welcome all the parents of our students, particularly the parents and guests of the students who are graduating and winning awards today. It is indeed a special occasion. Today we honor the achievements of our students, and all of us at CEPT University are very happy that you are with us to share in our joy and pride. Now let me tell you, as is customary, a few things about CEPT University and what we have been up to. I begin by saying something that you already know. CEPT University continues to be one of the finest institutions focused on architecture, planning, design, construction, and management of habitats, and we are all very proud of that. If you agree with that, please. CEPT University, as I'm sure you will all agree, has the most talented and hardworking students. It has very experienced and dedicated teachers. A highly committed and hardworking administration. A lovely campus and we have many cherished traditions and a very bright future. One of the reasons it has a very bright future is because our faculty members, staff, visiting faculty, and most importantly, our students are all continually striving towards excellence. Last month, this place where you are seated, the Shrenik Bhai Plaza, was the venue of our semester end exhibition. The plaza was covered with fine examples of student work. This time's exhibition was better than the one in summer, and the next one in summer, I'm sure, is going to be even better than the one in winter. Excellence is achieved by slowly moving up towards excellence. I'd like to list a few of the many improvements that we plan to implement in the forthcoming year and some of the things that we have already done. First, the UG Foundation Program. Last July, we launched a consolidated foundation program for students of Bachelor of Architecture, Bachelor of Urban Design, Bachelor of Design, and Bachelor of Interior Design. This program combines the strengths of each of the different programs. This foundation program combines the strength of all the different programs. It's well underway, and you would have seen the exhibition of their work in the first semester. The work of their field studio is exhibited in the street at present. Please take a look at it afterwards. You will see the wonderful work that the foundation studio students are already doing. Next year, we plan to expand the foundation program further by including the students from the Bachelor of Construction Technology into this same foundation program. Second, the foundation studio in the postgraduate program. This year, a new integrated semester-long foundation studio was introduced for all postgraduate degrees in the Faculty of Planning. A similar one was run for all PG degrees in the Faculty of Architecture and the Faculty of Design. This new format of a common foundation studio in the PG programs in each faculty has been well received, and we hope to continue and improve this in the coming year. Third, studios. As you all know, studios are at the heart of design education at CEPT. Last year, I had mentioned that we are focused on improving studio learning, which is the key to design education at CEPT. For the last 2 semesters, we have put in a new process for incubating studio units for the undergraduate design programs at CEPT in architecture, interior design, and urban design. These units, which are 12 to 15 students with 1 or 2 faculty members, have slowly started to solidify. We are now engaged in implementing this framework for the 4th and 5th year of the UG programs and for the PG programs. So you should see more of this in the coming year. Fourth, the Teaching and Learning Center. The Teaching and Learning Center, set up last year, has been instrumental in incubating studio units and supporting them. They undertake preparatory workshops for studio units and oversee the registration process where students choose the studio unit that they are interested in. They also undertake orientation and training of teaching assistants and associates. Over the next year, the Teaching and Learning Center will launch initiatives for studio tutors to share their experiences with one another and help disseminate their findings amongst all the tutors. Fifth, the master's programs. Last year, we also mentioned that we will be restructuring the various master's programs in the Faculty of Architecture and Planning with specializations in individual programs. This has been accomplished, and new programs are up and running. We are also in the process of considering some new master's programs in design and in transport management. Semester end exhibition. As I mentioned earlier, we have two semester end exhibitions, one in May and another one in December. These semester end exhibitions display the work produced, the excellent work produced, I may say, by our students as part of their studios. Over time, the university aims to make these exhibitions the most popular activity of the university. They will surpass the popularity of our Garba programs. Over the last 2 years, it has already become very popular, and hopefully by next year, it will be even more so. So I invite all the alums, those of you who are going to become alums, to keep coming back at the end of semesters to see what's going on at CEPT. The honors exhibition. A new tradition that has started recently is the honors exhibition. The honors exhibition is meant to recognize and celebrate excellence in student work at CEPT. The present exhibition in the library comprises 28 best student works produced as part of level 2 and level 3 studios from the UG program in architecture, design and urban design. We will expand this as we go forward. The CEPT Essay Prize. Starting last year, CEPT University instituted the CEPT Essay Prize, which was open to students and recent graduates worldwide. The aim of this initiative is to make a meaningful contribution to the world of architectural writing. 93 entries were received, out of which 42 were shortlisted for final review by the jury. The jury comprised Gautam Bhatia, architect and writer from Delhi, Tridip Surud, historian from Ahmedabad, Adnan Morshed, architect from Dhaka. Krishna Priya Rajshekar of Mysore won the first prize this year, along with 3 special mentions. The 10 best essays from this exhibition will be compiled and published as a book by CEPT University Press. Recognizing excellence in teaching and administrative work. Our university can become better only when each one of us strives for excellence in our own efforts. Whether it is teaching, research, administration, communications, or something as simple as keeping our campus clean. I would like to recognize the following people who have set an example of excellence through their work. They are all people whose work over the last 1 or 2 years was appraised as excellent. I'm going to run through the list of people, and they are from all aspects of work at the university. First, Dr. Jigna Desai. Second, Professor Kirit Patel. Dr. Mona Iyer. Professor Subrangshu Goswami. Professor Dr. Rutul Joshi. Professor Sankalpa. Dr. Anjana Vyas. Mr. Hemant Sharma. Ms. Shivangi Akhauri. Mr. Nimish Vagela. Mr. Sadashiv Prasad and Mr. Suresh Nayak. Thank you for all the hard work you are doing, and I'm sure your example will inspire all the rest of us to strive for excellence. 10th point, scholarships. How many are there? There are quite a few. There are 16 points. Hold on. Scholarships. As you know, we at CEPT strive to ensure that meritorious students are able to afford an education here regardless of their financial standing. This year, we have budgeted rupees 6.5 crores towards student financial aid. This is not enough. It's large, but it's not enough. Alongside our budgetary allocation, our Student Scholarship Fund provides us additional resources to augment what we have. I'm very thankful to Mr. P.S. Patel of PSP Projects, Mr. Shan Javeri of Amaya Properties, and Harsha Engineers for their notable contribution to the Student Scholarship Fund. A group of alumni have also started a special scholarship for girl students. A few alumni batches have pledged to start batch scholarships. I hope that many more individuals and corporate donors will consider contributing to this fund. And I hope that as the years progress, the amount of money that we are able to disperse as financial assistance to meritorious students continues to rise, and I look forward to everybody's support in augmenting our resources. CEPT Press. In the last 1 year, CEPT University Press has got started with 4 books. The first book was Building with Fire by Ray Meeker. This was launched with the Ceramic Biennale in Jaipur. The second book was an outcome of research done by Design Innovation and Craft Resources Center at CEPT, titled Sahaj, Vernacular Furniture of Gujarat. The next 2 books are in a new folio series which are part of academic publications of CEPT University. This includes the units catalog and the catalog accompanying the honors exhibition, which is currently on display in the library. This year, the CEPT Press hopes to bring out many more books and academic publications, and as the years go by, this will become a very important institution of CEPT. 12th point, academic facilities. Construction on the new academic building, which is coming up just north of the canteen, has already started. We are hoping to start partially using the new foundation facility in early August. It will be fully complete by December. This will add 40,000 square feet of new teaching space. We also hope in the coming year to start the new Faculty of Technology building, which will add another 40,000 square feet of teaching, research, and administration space to the university. Campus history. In the last convocation, I had announced that we will be framing guidelines to assess the heritage buildings of the campus in order to conserve them. Dr. Jigna Desai, Program Chair for Conservation, was charged with the responsibility of putting together a study. Over the last 1 year, this study has arrived at a process of putting together various points of view, understanding the campus, ideological discourses, and associations that result into what is valued as heritage. This year, what we intend to do is to take up the structural repairs for our most important piece of heritage, which is the Faculty of Architecture building. And Professor Jigna Desai will be the person in charge of ensuring that these repairs are done in a way that preserves the heritage of the campus. Incubating new centers. As many of you know, CEPT Research and Development Foundation is the research arm of CEPT University. CRDF comprises a number of centers of excellence which are domain focused and based around a theme that supports the university's mission. These centers continue to make significant contribution to academia and to the profession and to society. A few months back, CRDF announced a call for new centers of excellence to broaden the university's research and development activities. These new centers of excellence are intended to provide a framework and vehicle for domain-focused research and advisory work and to deepen knowledge. CRDF is keen to incubate and support and provide a platform for development for professionals and academics. Following the call for new centers, I'm pleased to announce the launch of 2 new centers under CRDF. The new Center for Applied Geomatics will focus on using geomatics and associated technologies to support research and advisory for urban planning, urban development, and related activities. The new Center for Heritage Conservation will support framing of processes, policies, and implementing appropriate techniques to support conservation efforts. 16. The Global Cooling Prize. As one of the fallouts of climate change, the demand for room air conditioners is projected to grow exponentially, and its technology has seen very little innovation in the last 100 years. The Global Cooling Prize has been set up to identify and reward innovation in cooling technology used by room air conditioners. Their goal is to help develop a cooling solution that will have at least 5 times less climatic impact than today's standard air conditioning products. The prize is supported by Mission Innovation, the Government of India, through the Department of Science and Technology and its partner organization. CEPT University is one of its partner organizations. CEPT University's Center for Advanced Research in Building Science and Energy, CABSI, will play a key role in the operating council and the technical review committee of the prize. CABSI's newly built R&D facilities will be used for evaluation of competition entries. One last point. Very soon, many of you are going to be newly minted alumni of the university. Our alumni office has put together a welcome package for you with an alumni card and a token that will remind you of this day. As you go out, over the next few years, there may be many instances when you need support of the university, or you need some old document, or you would like to connect with someone in a new city. Please do not hesitate to reach out to the alumni office for any kind of help. Also, as and when time permits, please come back and share your experiences with other students. Finally, before I return to the program at hand, I want to remind all of us that without the hard work of faculty members, both permanent as well as visiting, and the staff of CEPT University, none of these developments that I talked about would have been possible. I sincerely thank all of our faculty members and everybody in the administration. I'm sure that all of the students also want to thank them. A round of applause is in order. This morning, a total of 499 students, I don't know how it turned out, but 499, will receive their degree. Many awards will be conferred. On behalf of my colleagues, deans, faculty members, staff, and myself, I congratulate all those receiving degrees and awards. All of us wish you all the very best in life and hope that you will make the most of the opportunities that it presents. In doing so, you will make us proud. We also hope that you will stay in touch and keep coming back to your alma mater. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Patel. May I request Shri Naishat Parikh to address the gathering.
Professor Ruth DeFries, Our chief guest this morning, Dr. Bimal Patel, President CEPT University, members of the governing board, deans of various faculties, faculty members, members of the administration, graduating students, parents, and guests. Good morning. I'm very happy to be standing here before all of you as the member of the governing board of this august institution for its 13th convocation. It is truly a pleasure to welcome our chief guest for today, Professor Ruth DeFries. Dr. Bimal Patel has already listed her many significant accomplishments and her richly deserved accolades. Madam, CEPT University is honored to have you here with us today. Every day morning, when we open the newspaper, we see stories that paint a grim picture of the world we live in. One of the most immediate aspects of this grim picture is that most of you deal with as professionals that our cities are falling apart. In some cities, air pollution has reached levels where it is no longer safe for children to play in the open. In others, there is severe shortage of water for people's daily needs, agriculture, and industries. In yet another place, law and order is falling apart as the communication lines between people and their elected government is completely broken. If you look at a broader canvas, one could think that despite all the modern technologies, or because of it, people are moving farther away from each other. Some would say that despite all the economic progress, there is still war, famine, malnutrition, and homelessness. I don't need to labor the point, but there are many such news and views one come across every day, and much of it is true. However, there is another side of the story. If you look at a slightly longer timeline, you would find that in last 20 years, the percentage of world's population living in extreme poverty has reduced by half. India and China have both played a big role in this change. Average human life expectancy today is highest ever at 72 years. Issues like child mortality and malnutrition are on the decrease, while positives like education of women, democracy, and happiness quotient are on the rise. The overall story of human condition over the last 200 years is one of significant improvement across most parameters. If one is interested in more details about this, there is a wonderful book by Hans Rosling, Factfulness. Tomorrow, all of you will enter your professional lives. You will be faced with both sides of the story. They are like two sides of a coin. Some would choose to pay more attention to the grim picture and commit oneself to fight against it. The others would focus on more positive ones and use their talent, abilities, and efforts to improve it even further. Whatever you choose, choose well, choose what is more aligned with your interest and your temperament. Choose what will give you greater satisfaction. I am sure that with your collective efforts, you will be able to make a difference. Having said this, let me get back to the task at hand today. Convocations are special occasions. For our graduating students and their parents, it is the end of a long journey. For teachers and the university, it is a moment of accomplishment when degrees and awards will be conferred on its graduating students. For the world at large, it is a moment of renewal and promise when a set of young people, armed with their education, are about to take on its many challenges. I heartily congratulate all the graduating students and those about to receive awards. I wish you much good luck in your future endeavors, and I am sure that you will make us proud. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's my privilege to request our chief guest this morning, Professor Ruth DeFries, to deliver the convocation address.
Good morning. Thank you for the kind invitation and the wonderful time here at CEPT in these few days. Respected board members, president, deans, faculty, graduates, families, friends, it is an honor to have the opportunity to be with you on this very special day. The thrill of a convocation, and I've been to many, never wanes. To the parents and families, as a parent myself, I know the exhilaration of witnessing this milestone after many years of helping our children learn and grow. To the graduates, I know the elation of making it through a rigorous course of study, combined with the nervous anticipation of what lies ahead. The invitation to address you today is a particular privilege for me, as I consider this country my second home. From my first visit in 1980, before many of the graduates were born, until today, India has opened a window for me to witness the profound changes sweeping this country and the world as a whole. It's hard to decide which of the many changes are the most consequential. Towns that have mushroomed into cities, shopping malls, an open economy, mobiles, satellite TV dishes, washing machines, multi-lane highways, the elimination of leprosy and other diseases, the reduction of poverty, growth in the number of people from less than 700 million to almost 1.4 billion, increasing numbers of people living in cities. These are only a few of the massive, massive changes. But many of the features of this fascinating country have endured since my first visit and will likely endure into the distant future. Incredible ingenuity and life-saving knowledge based on ancient experience accumulated over many millennia. How to survive in a precarious world where the monsoon can unleash a flurry of floods or a drought can send people into desperation. Brilliant ways to store water in the desert, houses that stay cool in the summer and warm in the winter with no source of energy except the sun. A rich tapestry of mingling cultures and beliefs. Traditions run deep. The deep-seated roots of tradition flower into a spellbinding melange of languages, cuisines, ideas, and worldviews. As a land that has been at the crossroads of traders and invaders from the north and west, and has extended its influence far beyond its borders over many millennia, the enduring traits are diversity, adaptability, and continual evolution. Today, the world is at one of the most pivotal crossroads in its evolution. The graduates here today will help decide which way to go. For many centuries up into the last, nearly everyone was a farmer and the economy was shaped by an agrarian society. In my home country, the massive shift from farmers eking a living on a small bit of land was the norm until the boom of industrialization of the early 20th century. In India, largely still agrarian, the same shift is swiftly occurring, but taking place in a different time of rapid communication, exchanges of ideas, technologies that automate tasks that used to be done by backbreaking hard labor. More infrastructure will be built in the coming decades than in all of the many millennia that came before. Urban centers are expanding by the day, so much that I can't recognize places between one visit and the next. Much more infrastructure and expansion of cities will occur over the next few decades. Even in my village in Madhya Pradesh, within the span of a few short years, dhabas, pakka houses, paved roads have mushroomed beyond recognition. How these rapid changes will play out and whether they will bring security to people's lives or make them more vulnerable is yet to be seen. For the planners and the architects and the engineers, the decisions you make today will shape the future for how people live and how cities function in an urbanizing economy. There is no map, there is no manual to guide us about the best decisions and the path that will make people's lives healthier, happier, and more secure. And there certainly is no guidebook to chart a path to meld ancient roots with modern conveniences and aspirations. To me, the largest looming question is which path forward can combine the wisdom of the past with the creativity and ingenuity of the present. Is there a role for traditional designs that kept houses cool in the sweltering heat? Or would everyone be better off to forget about the old in favor of an easier alternative? Just put an air conditioner in every room. Should the values that stored food and water for hard times be overrun by assumptions that those hard times are a relic of the past? Are traditional ways merely romantic notions and anachronisms in modern times? There is no right or wrong answer to the question of whether or how to meld rich ancient cultures with modern conveniences. It's difficult to foresee the practical benefits of ancient knowledge amidst a mind-boggling array of options for planning the future, but those benefits may become more apparent in an uncertain future. Multi-story concrete buildings or natural materials, traditional cereals in the diet, such as the wonderful bajra here in Gujarat, or the more modern alternative of rice. One of the many perspectives I have learned to appreciate from my second home is that there can be many correct answers to the same question. No one personified that perspective more than my beloved mother-in-law. She was not particularly well educated. Her family allowed her to study only until 5th standard. She married very young. She had many children, and she spent much of her life in the kitchen making rotis. Her horizon could not have spanned very far. But she was the smartest, most insightful person I have ever known. She came from a generation deeply seated in age-old traditions. But she embraced the modern world when it served her purpose and shunted it aside when it didn't. She experimented and figured out how to make gajar halwa in a microwave. And after many trials, figured out how to make parathas on an electric stove, even though she couldn't quite figure out where the heat actually came from. But her skill with melding the old and the new went far beyond kitchen conveniences. She ardently supported the right to education for girls in the family. She let go of social stigmas and traditional expectations around who should marry whom. She emanated wisdom and good sense. At the same time, she displayed the cherished traditional values of patience, generosity, respect, and putting others above self. Without much formal education or exposure to the big world, she had no preconceived notions about what was good or bad, right or wrong. She made her decisions based on what she thought would work best, not what anyone else told her she should think. I learned more from my mother-in-law than from any class, any professor, or any book. Trust yourself, do what you think is right, keep rooted in traditions that bring good to our community and the world at large. Experiment and embrace modern technologies, but keep them only if they prove beneficial. My mother-in-law died far too early and well before her time, a victim, like so many others, of breathing hazardous smoke from years of cooking over charcoal. What she left was a memory and reminder that we serve our families and communities best when we keep an open mind and meld the modern and the traditional. The professions that you are about to enter will guide how the old and modern coexist. The decisions you make as you plan and design how people will live will set the future for an urbanizing India. As every day the world gets harder to comprehend and forces seem to push in opposite and contrary directions, you will only have your instincts and good sense to guide your decisions. The most pressing questions have no clear answers in these pivotal times. As more people live in cities, how will humanity feed itself, provide water, coexist peacefully in close quarters, and survive as the future climate is not like the past. In our interconnected urban world, can people live healthy lives with clean air and habitable spaces? There is no prefabricated model for a sustainable path forward. No one has a blueprint or a certain answer. Each country, each community needs to chart its own path based on its own aspirations. With creative minds and a view towards learning from the long-acquired experience while looking to the future, you are designing and shaping that untrodden path. May you have as much poise as my dear mother-in-law, who gracefully navigated through the changing times that she witnessed in her too short life. To all of the graduates, congratulations, Badai. May you and your families find peace, happiness, and health as you go forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. May I now request or invite Shri Naishad Bhai to present the degrees to the graduates from the doctoral program. May I request Professor Rutul Joshi, head of the doctoral program, to announce the names of the graduating students.
The chairman and the members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the following students the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. We start with Mr. I.P. Gautam. Neena Badlani. Ms. Priya Sashidharan. Ms. Surbi Pillai. Shashwat Bandyopadhyay. Dhriti Bhattacharya ji. Bhavna Vasudeva. Ashwini Pethe. Shilpa Bhakare. Amrita Bihani. Neeraj Joshi. Shaili Gandhi. Yash Shukla. In absentia, Ms. Jigisha Upadhyay. In absentia, Ms. Archana Gaikwad is conferred upon the degree of Master of Philosophy. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. Collective conferment of postgraduate degree. May I request all the master's graduates to please stand up. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the students their respective master's degree. On behalf of the board, I offer my congratulations to you all. You have now become the graduates of CEPT University. Yes, you may now be seated. Collective conferment of undergraduate degrees. May I request all the bachelor's graduates to please stand up. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the students their respective bachelor's degree. On behalf of the board, I offer my congratulations to you all. You have now become the graduates of CEPT University. You may now be seated. Award of Proficiency, the University Level Awards. These awards acknowledge the tremendous achievements of the students across the whole spectrum of education at CEPT. It is not confined to academic achievement, but encompasses the whole range of activities and makes for a rounded and balanced education. May I request our chief guest to present the award to these outstanding students. Faculty of Architecture, Bachelor of Architecture. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Ms. Mehta Viral Ketanbai. The Best Thesis Award goes to Mr. Salot Mila. Distinguished Student Award goes to Ms. Bafna Netra. Master of Architecture. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Ms. Merchant Shikha. The Best Thesis Award goes to Ms. Alsi Sarvesh. Master of Landscape Architecture. The Academic Excellence Award and the Distinguished Student Award goes to Ms. Neha Ramani. Best Thesis Award, Ms. Anuja. Faculty of Planning, Master of Urban and Regional Planning. The Academic Excellence Award and Distinguished Student Award goes to Ms. Zuzar Akbar. The Best Thesis Award goes to Ms. Suhani Gupta. Faculty of Technology, Bachelor of Construction Technology. The Academic Excellence Award and Best Thesis Award, Ms. Rebello Akansha. The Distinguished Student Award goes to Mr. Jaishil Shah. Master of Technology, Construction Engineering and Management. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Mr. Naveen. Best Thesis Award, Mr. Pat Parihar. Distinguished Student Award, Mr. Soni Ishan. Master of Technology, Engineering Design. Academic Excellence Award, Mr. Yogendra Shah. Best Thesis Award, Mr. Miraj Dalsania. Distinguished Student Award, Mr. Shruta Swini. Master of Technology, Geomatics. Academic Excellence Award, Mr. Gaurang Patel. Best Thesis Award, Mr. Sagar Patel. Distinguished Student Award, Mr. Bansi Joshi. Master of Technology, Building Energy Performance. The Academic Excellence Award and Distinguished Student Award goes to Ms. Maz. Best Thesis Award, Ms. Pooja Munde. Faculty of Design, Bachelor of Interior Design. Academic Excellence Award and Distinguished Student Award, Ms. Priyanka Shah. Best Thesis Award, Ms. Misri Patel. Master of Interior Architecture and Design. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Ms. Mrudusmita. Best Thesis Award, Ms. Tanvi Prakash. Distinguished Student Award, Ms. Namrata Toraskar. Master of Design, Furniture Design. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Mr. Ali Akbar. Best Thesis Award, Ms. Priyanka. Distinguished Student Award, Ms. Naureen. Faculty of Management, Master of Habitat Management, Academic Excellence Award, Ms. Tulsi Lashkari. Best Thesis Award, Ms. Shreya Kilelkar. Distinguished Student Award, Mr. Manish Vadnare. Thank you, Professor. With this, we have completed the first part of our convocation ceremony. On behalf of everyone at CEPT University, I cheer all the graduates and the award winners